Hello everyone. In this presentation, we are going to discuss the changes under Requirement 3. Requirement 3 relates to the Food Safety and Quality Management System. Let's start with 3.4, which is about internal audits, and it is still a fundamental requirement. There is a slight change on the fundamental or the statement of intent to add the following: the site's food safety and quality management system. So that is the line that has been added on the statement of intent, and therefore it reads as follows. The company shall demonstrate that it verifies the effective application of the food safety plan and the implementation of the requirements of the global food safety standard and the site's food safety and quality management system. So that last line is an addition. Clause 3.4.1 has largely remained the same, except for the following addition, and it reads as follows. All activities that form a part of the site's food safety and quality systems, including those relevant to food safety, authenticity, legality, and quality, shall be covered at least once each year. So this is the only addition under this clause. Everything else still is the same, including the minimum requirements that should form part of the audit program, and also the requirement that internal audits be conducted at 4 different audit dates spread throughout the year. Under clause 3.4.3, the summary of the non-conformity results shall now be reviewed during the management review. So the summary of the non-conformity results must be included as part of the review. Let's now discuss the new changes under clause 3.4.4. The first change is that fabrication inspections shall not only be based on risk but also on any changes that may affect food safety. Another change is that the result of the fabrication inspections shall be reported to the personnel responsible for the activity or area audited. In addition to that, corrective actions and timescales for their implementation relating to fabrication inspections shall be agreed and their completion verified. The last change is that a summary of the results coming from the fabrication inspections shall be reviewed in the management review meetings. Let's now discuss 3.5.1. which is about management of suppliers of raw materials and packaging. The first change under 3.5.1 is the addition of the term authenticity. There are also slight changes under clause 3.5.1.2 where the approval procedure has been better clarified on what it can be based on. We are now discussing 3.5.3, which deals with management of suppliers of services. Under clause 3.5.3.1, product safety consultants and providers of product safety training have been added as part of suppliers that need to be approved and monitored. Clause 3.5.3.3 is a new clause under clause 3.5.3, and it reads as follows. There shall be a documented process for ongoing performance review of suppliers of services based on risk and defined performance criteria. The process shall be fully implemented and the records of the review shall be kept. Let's have a look at clause 3.5.4 that deals with management of outsourced processing. There has been better clarification of what outsourced processing is due to the confusion of what it actually means. The standard defines outsourced processing as where intermediate production, processing, storage, or any intermediate step in the manufacture of product is completed at another company or another site. It further states that it should be noted that outsourced processing refers to an intermediate step. Therefore, during outsourced processing, the product or partly processed product leaves the site being audited for the completion of the outsourced processing before returning to the site. The audited site may or may not complete additional packing or processing step on the product. Under clause 3.7, which deals with corrective and preventive actions, which is also a fundamental requirement, the statement of intent has been slightly changed to read as follows. The site shall be able to demonstrate that it uses the information from identified issues in the food safety and quality management system, for an example, non-conforming products, internal audits, complaints, product recalls, product testing, second and third party audits, and online reviews to complete necessary corrective actions and prevent reoccurrence. In 3.7.1, a lot more emphasis has been placed on the root cause analysis and better explains what should happen when there is an apparent failure of the food safety management system. In other words, the site must have procedures that include the completion of root cause analysis and implementation of preventive action. In 3.7.2, there are also additions there where the term authenticity has been added as well, and also where a nonconformity, when there is an adverse trend in quality, shall also be investigated and recorded, including clear documentation of the nonconformity. So this was still, this is still in version 9. It was also in version 8. Assessment of consequences by suitable, competent, and authorized person. That is still something that was in the old version. In the new version, they have also added the corrective action to address the immediate issue, completion of root cause analysis to identify the fundamental cause of the nonconformity, appropriate time scales for corrective and preventive actions, the person responsible for corrective and preventive actions, verification that the occurrence and preventive actions have been implemented and are effective. So all those are newly added in this issue 9 version. In addition to that, this has been added. Root cause analysis shall also be used to prevent reoccurrence of nonconformities and to implement ongoing improvement when analysis of nonconformities for trends shows that there has been a significant increase of a type of nonconformity. So in this statement, the following has been added. Preventing reoccurrence of nonconformities has been added as an additional new requirement under clause 3.7.2. Let's now discuss clause 3.8, which deals with the control of non-conforming products. Clause 3.8 only has one subclause, which is clause 3.8.1, and there hasn't been a lot of changes there. There is only one addition where the procedures for managing non-conforming product must also now include the management of any product returned to the site. Therefore, the requirement will then read as follows. There shall be procedures for managing non-conforming products. These procedures shall include management of any product returned to the site, in addition of all the requirements that were previously mentioned in BRCGS issue 8. Let's now move to clause 3.9, which deals with traceability. It is important to remember that clause 3.9 is a fundamental requirement, meaning that you must ensure that it is fully implemented. The first clause that we're going to look at is clause 3.9.1, where we are going to look at what has been added there. There has been indeed an addition where now it is a requirement that the traceability system of the site shall meet the requirements or the legal requirements in the country of sale or internet use. Let's now have a look at 3.9.3, which deals with the traceability system. There has been an addition there where there has been a better clarity that has been given, where it has been clarified that in what instances a mass balance or quantity check is required where the traceability includes raw materials and final products. Clause 3.11 is the last requirement under requirement 3. It relates to the management of incidents, product withdrawal, and product recall. Let's have a look at the changes. We're going to start with the subclause 3.11.1. The first change there is the addition of the term authenticity, which has been added twice in the first paragraph. Another change is that incidents may include product contamination, indicating a product may be unsafe or illegal when the site is considering contingency plans to maintain product safety, authenticity, legality, and quality. Let's now discuss the last clause, which is clause 3.11.4. It has largely remained the same with the exception of the addition of the term authenticity and also the requirement that the site must provide sufficient information to enable the certification body to assess any effects of the incident on the ongoing validity of the current certificate within 21 calendar days, and as a minimum, this shall include corrective action, root cause analysis, and a preventive action. So this relates in the event of a significant food safety, authenticity, or legal incident, including a product recall, regulatory food safety nonconformity, or food safety related withdrawal.